All right, how are we doing today? I'm ecstatic to have NFL wide receiver Josh Downs here with me today. He'll be joining us and be part of this new series called Inside and Out. So if you've ever played a game like We're Not Really Strangers or card games like that, that's kind of what this is like. So basically, it allows the viewer to really get to know the guest almost like an organic manner, like you just met them at a bar or a public scene. And so the way it'll work is it'll be a series of questions that are kind of shallow, then a series of questions a little bit deeper, and then a series of some pretty deep questions that maybe you don't hear people talk about as much. Um, so with that, we will just go ahead and start. Josh, you ready to go?
Yes, sir. I'm sound good. Glad to be here.
Absolutely, bro. Glad to have you. Yeah, let's get it hit off. So start with the basics. When did you start playing football?
Started playing football when I was 6 years old, about to turn 7. So I've been playing for about 15 years now.
Oh yeah, nice. Wow, that's so it's been your whole life.
Yeah, basically, can't even remember when I before I didn't play football. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude.
So it's been a while.
Um, And why did you decide to play football at Chapel Hill?
So basically, my uncle Dre Bly, he had just joined the staff. North Carolina was never an option before he joined the staff, but when he joined the staff, he basically him, Lonnie Galloway, a few other people convinced me like they had something good going on, which they did. And then I knew they had Sam Howell coming in at quarterback, and
Oh
I
yeah,
knew he was already a great player. So basically, I was like. I felt like I could play early there. My goal in the end was to go 3 years and go to the NFL. Ended up happening. So I knew they had a good quarterback, and I know I could play early. So and then parents love the education. So my mom was big on North Carolina Chapel Hill education. So it all just lined up
oh yeah,
perfectly.
nice. Yeah, dude. I didn't even know Dre Bly was your uncle.
Yeah,
I did
he is.
not know
Not,
that.
not a lot of people know that, but yeah, Dre Bly, my uncle.
That's awesome. That's a cool connection to Chapel Hill, actually. Yeah. What was your favorite memory from playing at Chapel Hill? If you had to pick
Probably.
one
I'd.
particular moment.
Oh yeah, I'd say when we won the Coastal versus Wake
Mm.
Forest. Yeah, that game was crazy. It came down to the wire. I had a hat trick of touchdowns that game. So for me, that game was huge. That was my first. I think that was my first career 3 touchdown college football game. So I was teed.
Not many people can say they have had even one, so
Yeah.
having one is pretty impressive. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. And this is something that I talked to Sam about. But what is your favorite of the three, just like pure joy of playing the game? High school, college ball, or NFL ball?
Honestly, I would say college. College is the first time you get to go. You get to go away from the family.
Hmm.
And it's more serious than high school because high school ball is like it's not that serious, but it's serious. But college is more so you get to move away from your fam. You move in with some of your own teammates. You build really special bonds, and you play ball. You work out. You enjoy the nightlife with your boys on the team. You get to
Yeah.
play in front of at Keenan 65, 70,000 fans. So it's like as I look back on it, college was definitely like probably the best stage. I mean NFL is excellent too. We get a lot of free time. We get of course, you get a lot more money, a
Yeah.
lot more
Obviously.
fans, but yeah, college was definitely different.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, and then this is something I'm curious about because I have not heard that there's too much to do in Indianapolis. But if you were to pick something, what is your favorite part about being in the city of Indianapolis?
Yeah, I mean the best part obviously is playing for the Colts for me. Like you said, it's not too much to do. But I mean as a rookie, it's good because I can focus, I can lock in, I can play ball. So I would say the best thing about being in Indy is every Sunday, that stadium is packed and it's rocking, and the fans love being there. So I just say I love playing in Indy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That is one thing. Like the Pacers and the Colts have an amazing fan base.
Yeah,
Can't take that
definitely.
away from them at all.
No, you can't.
Um,
There's nothing else to do here, so
that
everybody comes to the games.
that's why, dude. That's why, like the Packers, for example, have such a good fan base. It's like, because what are you gonna do in Green Bay? Nothing.
Exactly. What you gonna do on a Sunday in Indianapolis? Go to
Yeah,
the
but what are you gonna do on a Sunday in Miami? A lot.
anything. You feel me? You can do
Exactly.
everything. You can go to the beach. You can just do a lot of stuff. So
Exactly. No,
yeah,
dude, because as a Dolphins fan, I always got to defend my team. It's like everyone's like, bro, your fans don't show up. It's like, bro, they show up when they're done going to the beach. That's why they're always late. Like
You
there's
feel
stuff to
me? Like,
do.
there's stuff to do in Miami. Miami's
Come
a
on now.
crazy place. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right. Let's take it a step further a little bit. As a guy that recently transitioned to the pros, what do you think was the hardest part of transitioning from being like a college kid with the whole world in front of you to a professional now in the NFL, getting paid? You have to abide to someone. What was the hardest part of that transition?
Yeah, I would say just yeah, you don't have nobody checking up, not like checking up on you. Of course, you have your family, your friends, and all that, but like basically nobody's in control of you when you're in the league. Like in college, the lifts are mandatory, the workouts are mandatory. You do this, you do that, you go to class, blah blah blah. In the NFL, they have workouts for you. You don't have to do them if you don't want to. Right, even right now, we don't have to be at OTAs. You can choose to be at OTAs if you want to, but you really don't have to. But basically, you got to create your own schedule, your own routine. You got to get your own resources to help your body on the field, off the field. You just have to do all your own stuff. Like you're an adult at this point, so like it's literally your own career. Like any career, you have to handle all your stuff. Like football is just an athletic career, so you're just it's a job, but our we have to perform on Sundays instead of just going throughout the week and doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We got to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then boom, Sunday we have to perform for entertainment. So I'd say just keeping track of your own things, and you just got to be yourself. You can't fall into. It's just a lot of temptations, a lot of distractions. You can't fall into that. You just gotta. I mean, of course, you can have your own fun, but you got to stay in line. You got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and one thing that I feel like is the main thing for you and for myself as well. I noticed that your Twitter handle was glory to God.
Hmm.
Kind of just tell me a little more about like why you made it that and what that really means to you.
Yeah, I done had that as my Twitter handle for too many years. I'm not even gonna change it, but yeah, for me, it's like I've went through a lot of stuff in my life, and of course, grew up in the church. My dad is very spiritual. My mom as well, and my
Hmm.
dad's mom and dad, my mom's mom and dad, very spiritual. But yeah, I've developed my own relationship. I just feel like with everything from sports to outside of sports, just everything, I've just always had this calling and then this voice in my head that's just guided me. Even when
Yeah.
I felt like things weren't going to work out. Like last year, I had a knee injury, and I just didn't know if my knee was ever going to feel right. But I mean, God healed me, and I just feel like every time I'm in a situation, in the end, God always prevails. He always gets me through it. So I just feel like everything I do is glory to Him. Every play I make, glory to Him. All the money I make, glory to Him. I just feel like not I know it's not even a feel. I know that I would not be here without God.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I mean, even like you get the money in front of you, like you get drafted high, you get the fame, but like still staying true to that is very admirable. I love that, man. Yeah. Um, as far as advice, you talked about like your parents being people of faith. But just all in all, who do you or what is the best piece of advice you've ever received on your journey to becoming a pro, and who gave it to you?
Something from my father. I wouldn't even say a piece. Just basically, he just instilled a work ethic in me when I was a kid. He was very hard on me when I played sports when I was young. My dad played in the NFL, so of course, when you play at the highest level, you want your sons to be able to reciprocate that. And he was very hard on me and my brother. My brother's at Ohio State now. Very excellent safety in college football, but being young and being taught that before school we're gonna run hills, before school we're gonna catch some footballs, before school we're just gonna work on some athleticism and not. I'm not even talking about when I'm in like middle school, high school. I'm talking about elementary school. So just my
Yeah,
dad instilling that in me, and then like going back on the last topic, really just my dad introducing me to like having a relationship with God. Like I feel like as if I never had that, I don't know where I'd be because it always keeps you centered. It always keeps you sane, knowing that okay, I'm not in control here. God is. So no matter
yeah,
what happens, it's gonna work out to the good.
yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. But kind of just going back to that, like you were saying, despite that, everyone knows you're always gonna have doubts, right? You're always gonna have doubts in your life, and that's normal, and there's nothing wrong with that. But is there anything, maybe a doubt that somebody said to you, or something that somebody told you that you remember kind of every day when you're on that field, and it motivates you? Or is there anything in particular that just motivates you every time you're out there?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you're playing ball. I'm a little shorter than a lot of people, so I feel like, yeah, when I was younger, going back on my dad, he just told me like I was gonna have to be more athletic, quicker, faster. I was just gonna have to be that much and more explosive, in me playing this game, which is very true at this level. So yeah, I'd say just being a little shorter was always something that just people always try to overlook that because they're like, oh man, this dude was 6'2". Oh yeah,
Mhm.
prototypical, but it's like I'm better than him as a player, and I'm gonna show you that. So for me, yeah, just being shorter, I still take that chip on my shoulder to this day. I just work hard. I want to be great, and I know that there's kids out there that are small that I'll get DMs sometimes. Kids will text me like, hey man, I'm short, I'm this that. I don't think I'm gonna be this that, and like I'll answer some of their DMs like, hey man, keep your head up, like. I was 5'7" in high school. Like I made when I was a
Oh,
sophomore, it grew to like 5'8", 5'9", and it's like I'm nowhere past that. So like people see me on
wow.
the street, they be like, "Dang, I didn't know I was tall enough to be an NFL receiver." And I'm like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "That's how I be." I'm like, "No, there's a lot of us in the league, only 5'9", 5'10". But I just feel like a lot of them cats have a special chip on their shoulder because it's basically your whole life. You're overlooked. People just want to favor the taller cats, but it's like, nah, man, I'm the better player.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, bro. Just the same thing. My favorite team, all three of our top receivers are sub 6 foot.
Hmm.
Tyreek, Waddle, and now Odell just came through. We don't
Yep.
Braxton Berrios is wide receiver 4. I don't think we have a single guy over 6 foot.
Now
So
y'all just drafted my friend Malik Washington. He's only
yes, sir,
5'9". Yeah, we're from the same area, Gwinnett County. So, but yeah, Malik's only 5'9", same height as me. So,
yeah.
yeah, I love what the Dolphins coach doing because he love all them short, quick, fast, twitchy guys, and yeah, I mean he finds a way to get them involved, and I love that.
Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely, bro. Hey, you think Malik would be down to come on the channel, talk a little bit ball?
I could ask him. I could see what he's trying to do. I could
We'll
ask him.
see. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
So
Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly to your point. That chip on your shoulder, I mean, that's something that you can't like it's not taught or anything. It's just like instilled in you when you're
yeah.
young and that's great, man. Yeah, let's so kind of what you were saying right here, just harping off that. Was there ever any nights where you kind of like laid in bed? You know how it is when you like you leave the group of people and you're just kind of by yourself, and you really just wondered like, am I really gonna make it? Like I know like I want to and I'm working for it, but am I really going to do it?
Yeah, for sure. In college, going into my sophomore year, which was my biggest year, 1,300 yards. Going when I was in fall camp, I remember one day I was just crying in the weight room after practice. Nobody was over there. Only person that saw me was my uncle. He was like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Man, I was like, I ain't good enough. I'm like, I ain't doing enough." I was like, I just don't know. Like, I was just mentally in a weird place. And my uncle was like, "Man, stop that." He's like, "Coaches love you, man. You doing a great job. This, that." Called my dad. Basically, same thing. He was just telling me like, you about to have a breakthrough. Like when it's the hardest moment of your life, when mentally you going through a lot of warfare. That's when God is about to bless you because and the enemy knows it. That's why he's trying to get you to fold. He's trying to get you to give up because
Hundred
right
percent.
when you about to give up, the blessing gonna come. So for me, I would
Preach,
say
my
that
man.
moment. Yeah, you feel me? I would say that moment stood
Absolutely.
out to me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah. I mean, so all people talk about with these athletes, they'll ask you, it's like, what was your favorite game? What was your best game? Like, people don't really understand. Like, I am not a professional athlete, so that, like, I don't understand. So I'd love to hear it. Like, the nights that go into it where you doubt yourself and the nights that are tough and like having someone like your uncle there and your dad there to motivate you are just, that's exactly what you need.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's awesome, man. So, not to, not to like turn this into a negative thing, but what game, I'm just curious, stands out to you as like the worst game you've ever been a part of? Whether it was like the teams, like whether you won or not, or how you played, and like how did you bounce back from that?
I would say, well, team performance. We in high school we lost in the playoffs like 45-0 to this one team. I remember that game was pretty crazy. It was the playoffs too, so we lost and we was done. But next year we came back. We made it to the semifinals, but we lost again. But it wasn't as bad as we did the year before.
Mhm.
But like my own performance. I remember Georgia Tech when I was at Carolina. I had dropped a game winning like a game. I don't know if we would have won the game, but we would have went up late in the fourth quarter. and they would have got the ball back with a chance. But definitely should have caught that pass, and we would have been in a great position to win. But yeah, that whole game was kind of just foggy for me. And I
Mm.
remember it just didn't feel right all night, and then that happened too. So it just wasn't my night, and I felt like the world was like collapsing on me, and I was just like, man, like
Did,
what's
did
going
you
on?
did you make the mistake of going on Twitter after the game?
So I actually stayed off Twitter, and I had
Good.
deleted Instagram off my phone because that it gets to be in a rough place and stuff like that. So like people
Mm.
don't realize athletes do have feelings themselves. So like you saying all that stuff to them is on in the comments, like people like, oh, they don't need to take that serious. But like imagine if somebody was just coming up to you, not even one person, just like 300 different people come up to you and just say something awful about you, man. You're trash. You're the scum of the earth. You're a terrible human. Like
Yeah.
you ruined my day. Like stuff like over and over again. You just gonna be like, hold up. Like what? Like dang. Like you gonna feel them words. So yeah, I feel like that was a tough time for me. But I mean, yeah, bounced back. Had like played Clemson in the ACC championship. We lost, but I had a solid game, and then yeah, just kept it pushing from there.
Yeah.
Can't dwell on the past.
No. Yeah, dude. No doubt. Um, what's something? This is a completely different topic, but I was thinking. So I'm sure everyone and yourself included have seen the Will Levis like mayo in his coffee, and like
Oh,
I
that's
think
break.
DK. Yeah, I think DK said he eats like a bag of candy on game day or something. Like, is there anything unorthodox or weird that you do on game day?
I wouldn't even say weird, but I gotta listen to "Power" by Kanye West before. Sometime once, twice, three times before every game. Like I gotta listen to "Power" by Kanye West. It just kind of like I don't know. It gives me some chills, and it's just like I'm here now. It's like yeah,
Oh
no
yeah,
no one man should have all that power. So I definitely gotta listen to that "Power" by Kanye.
I love that. Yeah, that's not that weird.
Yeah.
That's just like your song, man. You just
Yeah,
need it.
yeah. Just ever since I was, I think, freshman or sophomore in college, I've been doing it for like 3 years now. Every single year, I don't listen to it out off season because I don't want it to just get like overplayed in my ears. But when that season come around, I'm gonna throw that power on for sure.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, as far as like the music, bro, I also like I don't listen to music unless I'm in the car. Like I lift with no music because I want it to like be better in the car. So like
Yeah,
that's like what you're saying. Like you
yeah,
don't listen to that only game day. Kind of
yeah.
weird, but
Got
yeah.
to. Only
No,
game day.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. Yeah, another kind of question that probably people don't talk about as much, but going back to talking about your height, um you were saying like when you were younger, like that was something that was like naturally instilled in you as a chip in your shoulder. But kind of like from college on, so I guess those years that you were in college, did you ever let the fact that you were 5'9" creep like doubt into your head? Or by that point you were like, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like now it's like I mean. It doesn't matter because I'm here. I mean, there's some stuff, of course, that even my coaches may still doubt me on because of my height, which is okay. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say it was a doubt in my head. Like I'll have people tell me, like they'll joke around with me, like, "Hey, it don't matter at this point. Like you already at the highest level, so at this point, you being 5'9", 5'10", it don't matter. Like and I
Yeah,
believe the same thing because it's like if it mattered, I wouldn't be here. I mean, I know dudes that was taller than me that aren't having this opportunity. It's a blessing for sure, but I would just say, yeah, now it's not even a question. I'm in the same league as all them cats that's 6'3", 6'4", so it's
yep.
like there's no excuse.
And you were a pretty high draft pick. You were a very early third round pick. I mean,
Yeah,
that's for a receiver, that's impressive.
yeah, if you feel
Um,
me, so gotta just stay on the right track.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. So, I know it's only your second year, but when your career ends, what do you want people to remember Josh Downs for?
Yeah, for me, I just want to be yeah, remember as an excellent receiver, a guy that ultra quick playmaker, can make plays on all levels of the field, and really just a inspiration for cats that are smaller. Yeah, I really want to be that, like a guy that's like, yeah, shoot, Josh was only 5'9". I really got measured at 5'8.5" at the combine. So you really say I'm only 5'8.5". So it's like
Wow.
I want to be an inspiration to young cats. Like they know like man, like you get size, that's a blessing. Use that to your advantage. But even if you're not the tallest, find other ways you can be the best. Be the most athletic. Be the quickest. Be the jump the highest. Like have great hands, great routes. Or if you play defense, just be so quick, so tenacious that they can't deny you. So I feel like, yeah, I want to be an inspiration to the youth, kids that are smaller, and then just even any kid that just knows that how far hard work can get you.
Mhm.
Like God got me here by all means, because you could have derailed I could have derailed myself plenty of times, but I would say like one thing that stuck with me the whole my whole life is that work ethic. I'm always one of the hardest, if not the hardest worker on the squad. So I feel like,
Heck yeah.
I just want to motivate the youth to go out there and really put that work in. Don't take nothing for granted. Don't be entitled. Just go put the work in.
Yeah, absolutely. Just curious, who was your guy growing up? Who's the guy you wanted to be, receiver was?
I ain't gonna lie. I used to watch when I used to be an LSU fan. So I mean, Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. I used to watch them all the time when I was a kid. I used to love their game, and then I used to love Antonio Brown. I thought Antonio Brown. He was only 5'10". I'm like, man, that can be me. I'm like, he's only 5'10". I'm 5'9". I'm like, that can be me. So I used to really like. I used to watch Antonio Brown more than anybody. He was my favorite receiver.
Man, bro, rip AB. Like,
Hey, you feel me? It's
he's
crazy,
so,
man. Crazy,
um,
man.
yeah. Don't ever end up like that.
I won't. I'll give you that. I'll give you my word on that.
Beautiful. All right. That'll wrap up the inside and out. I hope I definitely feel like I got to know you in this short 20-minute period. That was awesome.
For sure.
But I'm not going to let you go without one thing, a rapid fire questionnaire. I haven't done this since Drake and I's interview. Um, I want to see how you do. So
All right.
these questions are all going to be regarding yourself or the Colts. You got 3 seconds to answer each question.
All
All
right.
right. All right. Who did you play your first NFL game against?
The Jaguars.
Correct. Who did you score your first NFL touchdown against?
The Jaguars.
Correct. Not even in the same game, too, which is kind of
Nah,
crazy.
not even. It's crazy.
Okay. What was your most yards in a game last year?
125.
Correct. Dang. All right.
Yeah.
Your first win ever was against who?
In the NFL,
Yes.
Texans.
Correct. Good shit, man. All right. What division rival did you sweep last year?
The Titans.
Correct. And then which one swept you?
The Jags.
Correct. All right, last question. Which QB has better hair, Gardner Minshew or Anthony Richardson?
Oh man,
You
I
can take a
know.
couple seconds to think about
All
this one.
right, let me see. You gotta give me more than three back. Garner got that surfer boy flow, but AR got them dreads. You know, I'm a
Uh huh.
dreadhead myself, so I gotta
Uh
go
huh.
with the dreads, man. Come on.
All right, bro. AR it is.
Yes, sir.
Um, hey man, I had an amazing time talking to you. This is awesome. I wish you the best of luck this upcoming year, and I really appreciate you coming on the channel, man. It's been great.
Appreciate you, my dog. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And to you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. And y'all have a great night. Peace.